Okay, so Arizona is a very interesting state. Since the passing of the late John McCain, Martha McSally was appointed as senator there. She has never won a campaign, but she's running to keep her seat in November. She's running against, or running against her, I think is better, the right way to say it, is Democratic challenger Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly is a former astronaut, twin brother of Scott Kelly, who's been a guest on this program. In a new poll out of Arizona, Mark Kelly is ahead of Martha McSally by 13 points. On an average in recent polling, Mark Kelly is ahead by 9 points. Now let's look at prior results in Arizona. In 2012, Republican Jeff Flake defeated the Democratic challenger Richard Carmona by 3. In 2016, John McCain won in Arizona by 13, although admittedly that the numbers are complicated by the fact that there was a three-way race. The Green Party candidate got about 6%, and presumably most of that 6% came from the Democratic candidate. So McCain won by 13, could have been more like 7 had there been no Green Party candidate. Right now, the Republican incumbent in Arizona is down by 13 to Mark Kelly. So what's interesting is to look not just at the Senate numbers in Arizona, but also look at the presidential numbers. In the same poll where Martha McSally is down 13 to Mark Kelly, Joe Biden is ahead of Donald Trump by 7 in Arizona, 50 to 43. Now, we want to be careful with these numbers. 50 plus 43 is 93. That leaves 7% either undecided or third party. A lot of that 7% could break for Trump, and then you would have a real race in Arizona. But it could also reverse, right? If the economy does not improve, if the coronavirus continues to run rampant, it could go more in Biden's favor. At the same time, if November sees us with a lull in coronavirus, maybe between waves 1 and 2, or with an economy that is looking better, it could end up looking far better for Donald Trump. These are just bad numbers for Trump and Martha McSally today. In 2016, Trump won Arizona by about 3.5. So Biden plus 7 is a 10-point swing in the other direction. Now, why do we care so much about Arizona? Arizona, it's a relatively small state. It's only 11 electoral votes. Why does Arizona matter so much? What you have to understand is that elections rarely go as 50 completely isolated elections, where what happens in Arizona has nothing to do with what happens in Wisconsin or in Michigan, for example. If you see a big reversal in one place, often there will be a number of other places where you will see a move in the same direction. When you look at Trump's path to victory, all paths to victory reasonably assume that he has to hold Arizona, and probably he has to hold Florida. Florida is a very big question mark for Donald Trump right now, particularly with older voters getting away from Trump and going in the direction of Joe Biden. If Trump doesn't get Florida, Arizona is essentially a must win. And in just about every scenario, Arizona becomes a must win, in addition to Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. Trump can win 270 electoral votes without Arizona, but it's really, really tough. And if Trump does lose Arizona, you have to imagine it's not just that he loses Arizona. He probably loses something else from 2016 as well. This is why looking at the Senate race matters so much. Biden plus 7 over Trump, maybe you believe it, maybe you don't. Mark Kelly plus 13 over incumbent Republican Senator Martha McSally, even if the lead is only half of that, a Democratic challenger knocking out an incumbent Republican senator in Arizona by 6 or 7, which is half of what this last poll says, that does not bode well for Republicans in general, and it would not bode well for Donald Trump in Arizona as well. Really interesting race to look at, and we're going to follow it. In 2018, 6 out of 10 federal offices in Arizona went to Democrats. That could be the turning point year in Arizona for the red-blue balance in that state. And of course, Mark Kelly is no progressive hero, but he is so much better than Martha McSally, and it would be a big win in terms of just their politics as well. Monday is Memorial Day. It's the first day off for the David Pakman Show outside of weekends in 4 or 5 months. We've been going hard with coronavirus. We're just at home, so we've just been working every day. We are going to be taking the day off, but running a huge membership special, one-day membership special. If you've been thinking about supporting the work we do, but the pricing has been dissuading you. Monday, we will email everybody on our mailing list, on our newsletter, with a huge membership discount code. Very easy to get on the mailing list. Just go to davidpakman.com, upper right of the website, type in your email address. Monday, you will be notified about that. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way, and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.